to reintegrate themselves into the first team squad, though we can't rule that out, but it is to use the facilities and use the medical facilities and any remote facilities that they have that all the squad would be able to enjoy anyway. But as it stands, those 5 players, Rashford, Sancho, Garnacho, Anthony, Malacia, have all made it clear to Manchester United of their wish and their desire to leave Old Trafford.
Barcelona are seriously eyeing a move for Manchester United star Marcus Rashford. The La Masia Giants are preparing an ambitious swoop for the England international. Barcelona, under Hansi Flick's new leadership, is looking to reinvent its forward line. With questions around the long-term future of Rafinha and an urgent need for pace, creativity, and direct attacking threat, Rashford's profile fits the bill perfectly. At his best, Marcus Rashford is explosive, a dynamic winger, forward who can play across the front three. His 2020-23 season, where he scored over 30 goals in all competitions, remains a reminder of his potential. Barcelona believes that, in the right system and under less pressure than what he's faced at Old Trafford, Rashford could rediscover that form and flourish at Camp Nou.
For Marcus Rashford, and then maybe contribute to Marcus Rashford's wages for wherever he goes. Not an ideal scenario. They do want to do permanent deals for these players, but if there's a situation where they can get 2 out or 3 out of the door on permanent deals, there's still that option that a loan deal could be done for 1 or 2 of the others.
OK.
This one is developing, David, because we were told that Arsenal would probably approach Chelsea after the FIFA Club World Cup. I think there's a cautious optimism that they can strike a deal with Brentford for Mbeumo still. Like Arsenal and Gyökeres, United are discussing internally what they're going to do next. Their last bid was worth £62.5 million. It was £55 million up front, £7.5 million in performance-related add-ons. Now, overall, that is not too far away from what Brentford would want. We think that Brentford want around £65 million. However, it's going to be how that amount is going to be paid. So United would probably want to do that with performance-related add-ons in there, whereas Brentford, we think, want the majority, if not all, of that £65 million to be guaranteed, be it over 3 or 4 years. But they would want, at some stage, that £65 million to be paid by Manchester United. United are going to stay disciplined with this deal, as they are with most of their other transfers in this window. However, they do know that Bryan Mbeumo wants to come to Manchester United, and that could work in their favour when they're trying to do this deal. However, Brentford and their sporting director Phil Giles earlier on last month has actually told Sky Sports News that Mbeumo would be happy to stay at Brentford if this deal did not materialise. But he did admit that there is a deal to be done there.
Therefore, they do have other options, but right now, it looks like it's going to be a Manchester United situation for Bryan Mbeumo.
Spurs' interest, just a spanner in the works, to quote Mr. McAdam. Does Thomas Frank's arrival
don't quote me.
change that?
Well, let me just say, you know, Spurs and Brentford have had very good negotiations over the last 10 days or so, and we've been reporting day after day on Thomas Frank's appointment at Tottenham Hotspur. That was never in doubt, and I'm sure people were bored of me saying it every day. But what I kept stressing was the delay. Well, not really a delay, it's probably the wrong word, but the coaches coming in, and they've taken some good coaches from Brentford. Now, you do wonder now what potential players Thomas Frank might fancy at Brentford, and does he want to